Welcome back to the lesson of Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can basically edit your photo in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, you might think that it is not possible to get a professional grade photo edit in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, that is basically, very gettable because this is a presentation-based program or presentation-based software where you can make your presentation. But it obviously has the capability to give you a professional or a subtle or a normal looking and obviously a presentable type of photo edit in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and obviously Microsoft PowerPoint has that capability. Okay, so first off, you can see my photo, but I'm going to add in another photo on my first slide. So what I'm going to do is click on insert, click on picture on this device, and I'm going to show you my photo. Okay, now you can see I'm going to select any of the photo which I want. So let's say I'm going to start off with this one. Click on insert, just select the photo, whichever one you want, and it's going to take a bit of time, and then it's going to show you the photo. So first things first, what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. When you click on the photo, you will see it will take me or open up a new tab called picture format. Okay, well, you can also see sometimes when you select on shape, it opens up shape format. When you open up chart format, and all of those chart designs. Okay, so when you click on photos, it's going to open up a new tab called picture format. Okay, so that is very simple, and obviously that's going to happen. So how you will be able to add or edit your photo. So there are a couple of these tools which you can do. Eventually, you can also remove the backgrounds too in Microsoft PowerPoint without taking a bit more hassle. Okay, because Microsoft PowerPoint also has that capability. So first off, we're going to start off by doing some corrections on the photo. I'm going to click on correction. Then you can sharpen up your photo or soften your photo. You can fix the brightness and also the contrast, and it's also going to give you a small type of preview. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on the ones which I actually want. So let's say I'm going to use this one because this has contrast to be -20 and brightness to be 0. But if I want it to be a bit different, I can select on this one too, which also offers me a good type of photo. So I'm going to select on this because I can remove the background more easily on this one. Okay, because as you can see, the background is a lot more white right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is select on correction. I'm going to soften or harden the photo or sharpen the photo according to my desire. Let's say if I want this softened 25%, it will soften up my photo. But if I sharpen it up to 25%, you will see the details will increase. So I'm going to select on this one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to be changing the color, or also known as the filters. So so you can select the color saturation, what type of color saturation you want. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be 200%, but eventually if you feel like it's a bit too much, you can select on the default one or maybe a bit less. So from here, I'm gonna do is select on this one because I actually like it, and when you click on it, you will see that it will be applied to your photo. Now what I'm going to do is going to be going on color again. Now I'm going to select on the color tone. If you want your color tone to be, the temperature, or fix the temperature, you can also do that. If you want your temperature to look warm, select on these parts. Okay, these parts, which is going to be 11,000, 1200K. Okay, but if you want it to be make it look a bit more cooler, you can select on these parts. So I'm going to do is select on the warmer side because I'm going to need it. Okay, but if you want it to look cool, you can also select those. So I'm going to select on this one, and you will see that it looks a bit more dramatic. I'm going to click on color again. Now I'm going to select on the color, which type of filter I want. Okay, now let's say I'm going to go through each and every one of those. You can see that this is grayscale, this is sepia, then we have washout, black and white 50%, 75%, then blue gray, the blue accent, then orange accent, gray accent, gold accent, blue accent, and then green accent. But from here, I think I want it to be grayscale or no color. Okay, but you can select whichever one you want according to your desire. If you want to put it on a presentation, you can select on these colored ones too. It's also going to show up in a really good way and a good manner. Okay, So let's say I'm going to keep it to be on no color. If you want to change the variation, you can also select the ones which you actually need, okay, and that will be directly applied. If you want to add transparent color, you can also do that, and the colors will be transparent, okay. You can see right over here, but I don't want it. I'm going to click on undo because I don't want any changes done on this photo, and I quite like the photo edit which I already did. If you want like more picture color options, just click on here and it will open up this section where you can also do a lot of these things, okay. You can like fix the color saturation, you can add presets, saturation, color tone, temperature, then recolor them according to your desire. If you want to add presets, just click on over here and select whichever one you want. So I'm going to keep it to be like this, okay. Now we're done with this color section. If you want to add in artistic effects, you can also do that, which is also like, you know, kind of like filters. You can use them and go through each and every one of them, how those actually look. Okay, this is oil and this is marker. Then we have grayscale, pencil grayscale, and all of those according to your desire. Well, use the ones which you need, and then it will be directly applied to your photo. So I'm not gonna need any of those. So I'm gonna click on nothing, and I'm gonna go over to artistic effect and nothing. So because I don't need any of those, I'm gonna click on it again, and it will open up on my first one. Okay, I'm gonna click on the photo. It will take me to picture format. I can select the transparency. If you wanted to, you know, like make it a bit transparent, you can also do that. And there are also a lot of formats which I'm going to show you in this, you know, interface. Now you can select the transparency. Okay, let's say I'm going to keep it to be something like this. Okay, transparency 15%. Now, as I have my photo over here and also my picture format, now you can compress your photo, change the picture, and also reset the picture. If you want all of the formatting to revert it back to its default self, just click on reset picture, but I don't want that, so I'm going to keep it right here. But even if you select that, it will revert back, but I'm going to press on Ctrl Z because I need the formatting, okay? Now you can change the picture. If you want to, just click on change picture and it will open up the same interface just as it did while, you know, adding in the photo. You can select on compress picture. If you want to do that, you can select on over here. Let's say I'm going to keep it on high fidelity, press on OK. It will compress my picture into, you know, a smaller space, okay? A smaller space, which is like, you know, smaller data, okay? And which makes the photo bit more, you know, supporting in whichever device you're using. If you want to add picture style, you can also go through them and see whichever one you need, okay? You can also add frames, which is, you know, shown over here. You can make it circle, oval, whichever one you want, but I'm gonna keep it to be very normal. So I'm gonna keep it, let's say I'm gonna go through each and every one of those and select the one which I need. Let's say I'm gonna select on these ones, okay? I kind of like this one, so I'm gonna select on this one maybe. Okay, I can also select this one. Okay, this one also looks good. Now the next thing which you can do is going to be picture border, picture effect, and picture layout. If you want to add picture, you know, border, you can just select on this and it will open up a lot of these, you know, colors you can select from. You can also select standard colors, and if you don't have the color which you want, just click on more outline colors and select from custom from any of the photo. And even if you have like hex codes, you can also type in your code over here and press on OK, and that will be done, okay? But I don't want any picture border, so I'm going to keep it to be like this. If you want picture effect, click on over here, which is also the same kind of like this. You can select on presets, whichever one you want, and all of them will be directly applied. If you want shadows, just click on shadow and it will open up that interface where you can actually, you know, apply that type of shadow. Okay, now we have reflection. If you want reflection, just click on over here and the reflection panel, or, you know, the reflection will be applied. If you want glow, you can also do that, and all of them will be directly applied because as you can see from my screen, the photo is now emitting a kind of glow. I'm going to select on this one. Now my photo has a bit of glow. I'm going to click on over here. What I'm going to do is crop it a bit. If you want to do that, just click on crop. I'm going to click on over here and drop it a bit. Okay, so it is like perfectly aligned to my screen. I'm going to click on over here again and click on crop. And I'm going to do is drag it a bit over here so that this is aligned perfectly. Now all of them are now perfectly on my screen. Now what I'm going to do is going to be select on picture border again. If you want different type of picture borders, you can also add that, okay, just as you did on text box and also, you know, shapes. Okay, all of them are available over here. If you want to add alt text, you can also click over here and, you know, add in your text, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to need it. I'm going to cut this part too. And then you have the selection panel, like, you know, selection pane. You can, like, you know, arrange your, you know, photo and also your shapes just by doing that. If you want to rotate your photo, just click on rotate and you can rotate according to your desire. If you want to flip horizontal, you can flip vertical, 90 degree and also 90 degree over here. But if you want more options, click on more and you can like do all of that according to your desire. So now you know how you can make a photo edit, but the last thing which remains is going to be remove background. So I'm going to select on this, click on remove background, and what I'm going to do is, first off, Microsoft PowerPoint is going to remove it on its own, and you can see that this part is going to be remaining. So I'm going to do is keep changes, and you will see only this part is over here. But if you don't want that, click on undo. I'm going to click on remove background again, okay, then do all of that like, you know, up to me. Okay, so I'm going to do is mark all of the areas according to my desire, and then it will show me up the part which I actually want. So I'm going to click on keep areas to mark. I'm going to click on over here. It's going to detect for a while and obviously going to show me the result a bit later. Okay, now you can see that the part which I actually want is now increasing. So I'm going to click on over here again, and you can see that this part is perfectly, you know, selected so that I can keep those parts. So I'm going to click on over here too, and it will take a bit of time so that you can do them perfectly. But obviously if you want professional grade photo edit and, you know, background removing, obviously you're going to need better softwares, okay, because this Microsoft PowerPoint is going to give you decent type of tools to do all of those, okay, and you can obviously use those photos too in Microsoft PowerPoint. Now you can see that this part is also kept. I'm going to do is select this part again so that I can also keep the hair of this guy in this photo. Okay, I'm going to click on that part. I'm going to click on, let's say I'm going to click on over here, and you don't have to do it like, you know, marking up each and every pixels. Now you can see that this is perfectly selected. So I'm going to click on keep changes, and you can see that I have, you know, perfectly cut photo on my page, and that is how you will be able to edit your photo according to your need in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so obviously if you need, you know, ready image or like fast image editing on softwares and you have to present them, obviously Microsoft PowerPoint has this capability to do that. So hope you guys like understood everything in this lesson, and thank you for staying with us and watching this video. If you didn't understand a part, please let us know and we will guide you through the process.